how to draw pie charts in 173 seconds. Let's go. This, guys, is another topic which comes up all the time, and it is quite tricky. Let's have a look. The question says that 20 people were asked their favorite color, and then it says draw a pie chart to represent the data. Now we're given a formula here which tells us that the angle for each of our categories is going to be the individual category frequency divided by the total frequency times by 360. Now, where does this actually come from? The category frequency divided by the total frequency, that's going to tell us what share of the pie chart goes to each of our categories, and then we times that by 360 to represent the fact that all of the angles for all of the categories are going to add up to 360, representing all of the angles around a point. Let's get it done. So, working out firstly the angle for the color red, we have a frequency of 3 and we have a total of 20. So we're going to do our category frequency of 3 divided by 20 times by 360. Now we can work that out with a calculator, or in our heads, what's it going to be? It's going to be 54 degrees. So we know that we're going to have 54 associated with our red. Now, I'm not going to be drawing this perfectly to scale. It's just going to be approximate because I can't use a protractor here. What are we going to do? Let's draw on one initial line here going from the middle to the right. And then we know that a 90-degree angle would be a quarter. We know that 45 degrees would be half of that 90 degrees, but we have 54. It's going to be a little bit more than that. Let's put it there. Let's draw on 54 degrees, and that is going to be for our red. Let's mark that with an R. Now, what about our blue? For our blue, we're going to do our 7, our category frequency, divided by 20 times by 360. That is going to be 126 degrees. So we can draw that on 126 degrees. That is going to be let's call it over here. Why did I choose over here? 90 degrees again would have been that quarter turn, and then we can say that this is our 26 degrees. So let's write that on 126 degrees. Again, guys, in your exam, make sure you use a protractor. This one is not done to scale. So we have 126 degrees for our blue. Let's draw that on right in our B. Now, what about our green and our yellow? These are both a frequency of 5, so they're going to be the same. How we're going to work out the angle associated with them, we're going to do 5 divided by our total, which is 20, times by 360, and we can see that that is going to be 90 degrees. So we're going to have two 90 degrees angles here, and it looks like we've actually done it very accurately. So what are we going to have? We're going to have 90 degrees, and let's draw in those degree signs for those, 90 degrees and 90 degrees. So we're going to split this in half. Oh, let's go with a straight line, please, not a curved line. Let's draw that down. We can mark those with these right angle signs because they're 90 degrees. We can draw one in. We'll write a G for green, and we'll write a Y for yellow. And let's write in 90 degrees, even though those right angle signs do show that they're 90 degrees. And there, guys, we have our sketch of our pie chart. Remember, we use that formula. Category frequency divided by total frequency times by 360 to get our angles, and then we draw them with a protractor.